Now, suicide-related deaths among people below the age of 40 have gone up by more than 50%. That's compared to pre-COVID levels. This is all according to the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. Among key reasons for these alarming statistics is the country's economic pressures during the festive season. Another concern during this time is the suicide among matric learners as they anxiously await their results. SADAG says there's been an increase in matric learners reaching out for assistance. Now, for more of this, I'm joined by Netcare Akeso's Marketing and Crisis Line Manager, Gonsalves, and National Association of School Governing Bodies General Secretary, Matakanye Matakanye. A very good morning to you both. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Perhaps, Megan, let's start with you. A lot of emotions, mixed emotions around the festive season, some excitement to rest and visit family members, and then on the other end are questions around the future. Matrics who were part of the class of 2023 wondering what the results will look like, and that period of waiting can cause some anxiety.
Good morning. Yes, absolutely. This time of year can be a bit of a conundrum for people because we're expected to be happy and excited for the end of the year and what can come next year. But for a lot of people, it does bring those mixed emotions. And we're specifically cognizant of our matrics who are waiting now for another month before they get their matric results, which can be a very difficult time. It's fraught with anxiety and it's fraught with a lot of stress because there's a lot of uncertainty while you're waiting for these results to come out. And that can bring a lot of confusion and it can bring a lot of stress. And sometimes we're not sure how to manage that stress. And unfortunately, what we are seeing is that does sometimes lead to people making permanent decisions that are not actually necessary, and there's always a way for people to reach out for help, and that's really what the message is here today.
Always a way for people to reach out for help. And Tate Matakanye, talk to us about what you've observed over the years during this period where matriculants are eagerly awaiting their results.
Yes, of course, as he has put it already, is that there is a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of frustrations, and all those type of feelings. Particularly the children thinking of their future. They don't know what will happen in their future. Those who feel they did not do well in the exam, they don't know what is confusion in the real sense. And those who think that they have passed, there is that feeling of excitement, and those two types of children, the ones that feel they have done it, the one feel that they may not, they might have, then there's a confusion. But now, in that very sense, you will find that now children reach a dead street, a cul-de-sac. Now, meaning that now they can't think more than what they have reached. So, and we just quickly want to make a call that yes, we understand and we appreciate the feelings that they have during this festive season, but no one should allow to reach a dead street. No one should allow to reach a cul-de-sac, because finally, when they reach a cul-de-sac, the solution is to commit suicide, and which is very stupid solution. Now we want to say, walk around, talk to the friends, run, go to visit, go to near the bush, and do all those. Then you will forget about all these feelings. And we want to call upon them that the parents also should really get closer to these children, talk to them, because these children, they need somebody to talk to them. Some of them do not have really friends. Their friends are parents. So we would like to call their parents that now, this is the time, once again, as we used to talk during the year, that this is the time again to talk to these children and be closer to them, be friendly to them, support them, because sometimes these children reach cul-de-sac when you condemn them. That yes, you have been doing this all the year, then you are going to do this, you are going to do this. Then they become frustrated, then they reach cul-de-sac, and some of them finally end up committing suicide. So we also call upon communities, please, to support these children through and throughout until next year. And those who make it next year, then we congratulate you. And those who did not make it, then we also congratulate you. Then you have done it. You have done it 12 years. You have done it. Go back, repeat, and you'll get successful. Then you will know that you have got a weapon in your hands.
Megan, Ntate Matakanye raises an important point here, urging parents, guardians, communities to support the learners, create a safe space, and perhaps be very careful on the kind of approach taken during this time as matriculants anxiously await their results. What sort of language and affirmations are needed during this time? When we talk about support, what kind of support is needed now?
Yeah, so we mustn't underestimate the feelings that our young people are facing. And often as parents or other people surrounding these young people, we may influence their feelings by pushing our own emotions onto them. So we need to be very aware of the language you're using, like you're saying. We need to look at words that are encouraging and empathetic without putting that additional pressure on. So perhaps opening up the conversation and saying, how are you feeling about this? Or if they're exhibiting signs of anxiety or stress, say, you're noticing that they are feeling anxious about this. What can we do to support you? It's very important that we don't use language that makes it seem like this is the end of everything and this result is the most important thing that's going to happen in their lives. This result is important in many aspects, but there is so much more in life. And there are lots of opportunities to either rewrite, remark, look at alternate options for your futures. And really it's about creating a space where we're saying, this is important, but it's not the end of everything. And we are here to support you regardless of the outcome. As a parent, you may feel disappointed in the marks that are received, but we have to give the message that it's not the end of the world and we are there to support regardless of success or failure or disappointment. And most importantly, to then accept that there may be different emotions around this. So as young people, we can be excited about a mark, but your friends may not be. And we need to be aware that the people around us can have conflicting emotions. And therefore, it's not only from parents to students, but also students to their friends. And the teachers to the students when they go collect their results, to just be aware that people can handle these results differently. And it's really important that that message is consistent in that we are here for you, we care for you regardless of what those results say. They don't define you as a person. You have so much more to give, whether that is then in a positive manner or whether you feel like you need to relook a little bit at some options.
And you talk about exhibiting signs of anxiety and stress and, of course, placing a great awareness around the signs of someone who may be suicidal. What is there to look for?
We need to look out for a number of things, including changes in the people that we love. So we know ourselves and the people around us best, and so always look out for things that seem to be different. Is there suddenly changes in energy levels, in eating patterns, in weight? Are we looking at mood swings? And perhaps then we're looking at behaviors. So importantly, we would look at any kind of signs that show that that person may be feeling hopeless or helpless. And that can often include giving away things that they love. It can be kind of farewell messages, ending conversations differently to normal. But we really want to keep an eye out. This is a big transition period in matric's lives as they leave school and they go into what for many people is the unknown. And that already brings a lot of changes on an emotional level. So we need to be acutely aware of those issues and identify what's going on and not be afraid to have the conversations. So look out for changes in, like I said, changes in patterns. And if you are noticing that, see if there's a reason behind it and alternatively what then can be done to offer support and to speak about it.
Yeah. Ntate Matakanye, should one not, get their expected results, what are the options available for those who may perhaps need to repeat, or maybe some who feel that they don't want to go back and do a grade 12?
We encourage them that there are options that the department made. Those who do not make it, then there are two options. They might have got a certificate, and the certificate does not allow them to go to the university, or the option is that they might go to the TVET, or I would not say maybe then they must seek for the employment. The other option is that now they may rewrite. And I think I will encourage them to go and rewrite, because now they will get exactly, if they pass, then they'll do what they wish to do. they must not just take an option because they could not make it. So those are some of the options that the department has. But now, again, then we are saying to the parents, you know your children, you know them. When they change behavior, then you quickly can notice that now there is something wrong. You might not really have the skill of talking to your own child, but now seek help from the professionals. I mean, like we are talking to my fellow, so she can also leave a contact so that parents, if they see some of these feelings, some of these signs from their children, then they can talk to them and say, this is how you can talk to it. What is it that you see? Then the parents can explain, this is what I see. Then finally, they talk to their children.
Very well. Megan, perhaps give us those details. Should parents be seeing signs of, suicide or really being aware of the anxiety and stress? What does a parent do to seek professional help?
Well, so at Netcare Akeso, we have a 24-hour crisis line. That number is 0861-435-787. And parents, the teenagers themselves, anyone involved can reach out and speak to a trained counselor on that line for further guidance on where to go and what the options are. And that can include a wide variety of things such as appointments or admissions if necessary, and we can also help to guide to other options. We also do have self-assessments and a wide variety of information available on our website, which is www.akeso.co.za. That's AKESO. But really, there's no limit to what you can reach out for help for. So big or small, we are there to help guide you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's let you take that phone call that someone was trying to call you while you're live on air. But thank you for your time, Megan Gonsalves, Netcare's Akeso Marketing and Crisis Line Manager and National Association of School Governing Bodies, Matakanye Matakanye, giving some sound advice should you notice any sort of signs in your matriculant, anxiously waiting for those results and the kind of support you can give as they await their results. Still